Hey guys, Clone Guy here, and I made a channel in my Discord titled Bad Matchmaking. That's where I asked people to post some of their matchmaking results where they were just, the matchmaking was just really bad or drunk or doing who knows what. And that's where you just take a game, you're like, hey, look at this. They're straight tier 10 other than 2 tier 9s on the enemy team. Oh, but look at us. We have 3 tier 8s on our team. You know, stuff like that. I just wanted to see exactly how bad matchmaking was, and was it just me? And, well, people answered, and there are literally hundreds, but we're just going to be going through about 33 of them or so, maybe 30 to 40, and we're going to go through those, and then we're going to go look at some replays where the matchmaking is just bad, and you guys get to guess which team is going to sweep. So without further ado, let's look at some of these bad results. Alright, the first one here, we have, pretty similar to the last one, but not quite. There's not tier 10s this time, it's tier 9s, and as you can see, their Platoon gets matched up in this game randomly. I don't know why the matchmaking doesn't just grab a couple extra tier 9s and throw them in here, you know, or add a couple extra tier 8s just to try to even it off, have 3 8s on each team. That's something that kind of confuses me, why matchmaking just doesn't try sometimes. But there's one. Here's number 2. As you can see, it's talking about the other side. Look at this. 3 tier 8s on the enemy team, 0 tier 8s on the friendly team. I wonder which team won this one. Not really, actually. Dun dun dun. Same kind of ordeal. Look at all of these 8s. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 9s on one team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 9s on the other team. Because they matched 2 tier 8 platoons versus this 1 tier 9 platoon. I don't know why they don't just wait for another tier 9 platoon to show up and then match them against each other. I don't know why matchmaking just doesn't wait. It's like the matchmaking is too impatient. It's like, we gotta get them out now. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Let's see. Ooh. Ooh. This is awful. Look, it's straight tier 9s on one team. And straight tier 9s on the other team. Oh, just kidding. There's 2 Sturmils at the bottom. Tier 7s. How does this happen? They didn't even match them up against another platoon. They just straight threw them in here by themselves. Here, have some fun, Sturmils. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh! And then again. Oh, straight 9s, straight 9s. Oh, except this platoon of 7s. Granted, these 2 are artillery, but still, the poor Minuteman. All alone. The only tier 7 tank in a straight tier 9 game. Oh! Man, oh man, oh man. What do we got here? What do we got here? Let's see. Let's see. What am I looking at? What am I looking? Oh, I see it now. Tier 7, tier 7, tier 7, tier 7, tier 7, tier 7. 1 tier 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tier 7s versus 1 tier 7 in a tier 9 game. Oh, and look at 1, 2, 3, 4 tier 9s versus 1, 2, 3 tier 9s. I really wonder which team won this game, that's for sure. Actually, he did send a caption. He said they won. No kidding. Alright, moving on. Yet again, straight tier 10s with this poor tier 9 platoon. This isn't the worst. Tier 9s can do pretty well against tier 10s, but it's still the principle. The principle of the matter is the matchmaking didn't decide to grab 2 more tier 10s to try to fill the queue. They just grabbed the 2 tier 9s, you know, just because. Moving on. Oh, snap. Straight tier 8s minus this tier 7. Same with the other team. Straight tier 8s minus this tier 7. Oh, and then these tier 6s. 4 of them. Granted, I know the snake bites have tier 7 preferential matchmaking, meaning they'll never fight tier 4s. So they're almost always fighting 7s, but still. Even if they were tier 7s, that's still 5 7s versus 1. So that's pretty disgustingly sad. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. I know these guys might be still clubbing or whatever they're doing. I don't know. Perhaps one of them is grinding. Maybe he's grinding. I don't know what the situation is here. But can you imagine being a new player in your tier 3s and you log in and you're like, I'm going to go grind my tier 3 today. And this is the matchmaking you get? Good luck is all I can say. Good luck. Oh, and that's not it. Ready? The next game. Boom. They get it again. And it's even worse. There's even more tier 5s. Oh my goodness. Oh, and it's not over yet. Ready? Boom. This is even worse. These guys are clearly grinding. You don't play these tanks for fun. You play these tanks to grind. Alright? And these are the cards they've been dealt. This is hard enough for these guys. They get thrown in this full tier 5 game. But then you throw these guys in there? Oof. Oh, that's so disgustingly sad. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. What's next? What else we got? Oh, again. Oh, this time just one singular tier 3. Oh. I'm so sorry for you. I am so sorry for you. Panzer III, yet again, another tank nobody plays for fun. Maybe you do, I don't know. So this person is clearly trying to grind this tank. And then to get matched up like this against these. Oh, that is painful to look at. What do we got here? Let's see. Oh, I see now. 3 tier 8s on one team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tier 8s on the other. Oh, and this is flying again. He always leaves captions. He did say that. I think this one they get smoked in this game, which I guess that kind of makes sense. Moving on. Let's see here. Oh, I see it right away. A singular tier 8 in the form of a cruncher. Rest in peace, cruncher. Rest in peace. That's painful. That's hard to look at. What else we got? What else we got? Come on, come on. Oof. This one, okay, so this matchmaking is bad. I don't know who would have won, because on this side you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tier 9s versus 2 in a full tier 10 game, right? So this side obviously has a disadvantage, but they are Platoon, so you know if they had some teamwork, they could have won. Except Flying Egg said that they actually swept the game, so there you go. There's another sweeping. I'm glad Flying Egg was cool because he let me know how the games turned out. Yet again, this one's just garbage. This is, you may not see it right away, but this is actually one of the worst ones I've seen so far. And I'll explain it to you real quick. Because not only are there 5 tier 8s on one team and 2 on the other, there's 2 bottom tier platoons matched up against 2 higher tier platoons. A T-44 and a Charioteer got matched up against 2 IS-7s. 2 Batch at 12 tons and an LTTV got matched up against an Emil 2, a Sharpshooter, and a T-30. Oh, that's really bad. Oh, that's really bad. Good luck, red team, is all I can say. Good luck, red team. Okay, moving on. Flying Egg again. He did say they got swept in this game, and you can see why right away. They matched a tier 8 platoon. A tier 8 platoon. Versus a tier 10 platoon in a game with no tier 8s. And the tier 10 platoon has 2 machines, a 430U, and a Death Star. Oh, gee, man, that's awful. This was a little bit blurry, but you see the point. Straight tier 10 and 9 game. Oh, minus, of course, this platoon of tier 8s who are trying to grind their way through these tanks. Oof. Ouchie. Ouchie, ouchie. That's painful. That is painful. Oh, and again. Oh, these poor people trying to grind the AMX 5100 or the Hawk 12. Oof. Or their artillery. Sure, guys. Okay. But then again, I also have the tier 10, so it's okay. And they get thrown into this straight tier 10 and 9 game, except for these 5 tier 8s. This is fun, guys. Isn't this painfully fun? It kind of is. Oh! Oh my goodness! My eyes! Oh, man. Oh! This is one of the worst I think I have seen so far. Yes, there are some pretty bad ones. But the Thunderbolt, specifically, is a tier 6 medium with reduced mobility because they threw on some armor. So it's really slow. It's got one of the worst guns on any tier 6 medium because this is a tank from 2014. It has a gun of a medium from 2014. And it's 2019 now. So the gun does not perform at all against higher tier tanks. And its armor doesn't mean anything against higher tier tanks. And it's super slow because of the quote-unquote armor it was given. And this is the hand he was dealt. Oh my goodness. Oh! That's awful. That is awful. What else we got here? Oh! I'm sorry, headphone users. Just when I thought I saw the worst, we get something like this. Straight tier 8s on one team, straight tier 8s on the other team, minus these 2 tier 6s way down at the bottom with pretty bad guns. Like, this gun is good. The VK's gun is pretty good when he's top tier. But in this kind of matchmaking, good luck. I want to see him try to pen this IS-3 or the Carnarvon or the Tiger 2 or the VK or even the Motherland. Ouch. The T-44 he's going to struggle with too. That's painful. That is painful. Ugh. Ugh. Alright. Okay, this is just a random screenshot, I guess. I don't know what the matchmaking was, but I can kind of imagine, seeing how this guy did 10,000 damage and lost, I can imagine there may have been more platoons on this team, or maybe some higher tiers, more high tiers on this team. I don't know what happened, what the circumstances were, but congratulations, Banshee Blitz, on 10,000 damage. Rest in peace, your team. Let's move on because I don't know. I don't want to speculate there. I don't know what happened. Oof. Okay, this one is a little bit weird, and I will tell you why this one is so weird. Because usually the bad matchmaking, a lot of the time it has to do with platoons. This one, these guys aren't even platooned. They just got thrown in here full of a game full of platoons. It's like platoon, 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 platoon. Lots of platoons, platoon, platoon, platoon. Tiger 2 and Batchat. What? Ugh. I'm really sorry for your losses, guys. I really am. Plus 2, guys, is so good. Yet again, they matched this tier 8 platoon versus this tier 10 platoon. A Patton, an E100 Object 705 versus a Hawk 12, a Batchat 12 ton, and a T28 prototype. Wow. 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 Okay, let's continue. Let's continue. Oh! 15 tier 8s on one team. 15 tier 8s on one team. 12 tier 8s on the other. So maybe they'll match some 7s instead. Nope, 6s. Have fun. Enjoy your game. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, and again. I don't understand this. This matchmaking is so bad. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tier 5s on one team, 0 on the other. Look at, they match them up against 6s. Platoon 6s. Like, there's a platoon of tier 6s versus a platoon of tier 5s. Look at, there's 3. 1, 2, 3. There are 3 tier 5 platoons in this. And they all got the same team. How does that work? I don't know. I don't know. Some of these are just really bad. Oh my goodness, and again. And again. There's a 5-man platoon of tier 8s. Wow. A melting pot of clans right here. Look how random these clans are. In fact, one isn't even in a clan. You know where you can find a community where all these joyous players are playing together? The clone guy Discord. You can find all sorts of players, some with clans, some without clans. You can all play together. It's really great, and that's where these guys probably met. It's pretty cool, okay? Anyway, not only are they're not even the only tier 8s in this game. Then they throw this random Batchat 12 ton in here as well. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, matchmaking. Well done to you. Well done to you. We're almost at the end of these. Oh, this one's a little bit harder to see, but you can see it right here. And he actually captioned this one. He didn't caption this game, but he captioned the next one. Look at, he's the only tier 6 in a tier 7 and 8 game. And then he said this was his very next game. Oh, it's even worse than before, because there aren't any 7s other than this one singular hammer. It's straight tier 8s, and he yet again is the only tier 6. And this light tank, has tier 6 matchmaking. It's not like some of the other light tanks which have tier 7 preferential matchmaking. This tank can fight tier 4s. So this is just awful. This is garbage. This is garbage. Alright, well, they're artillery, so maybe they deserve it. I don't know. But still, if they weren't artillery, it's still them being the only tier 5s in this game. Oof. Oofity oofity. What do we got here? Oh no! These poor tier 3s who are probably grinding because nobody plays an HMC M8 for fun or a birch gun for fun. You may play the Hetzer for fun, but these guys are probably grinding and they get this game. I mean, they have a birch gun, but these two, oh, that's so sad. That's so sad. This matchmaking is amazing. What do we have here? What have we got? What have we got? So this one you may look at and you're like, you know, this is a little bit more fair because on the other team you see they also have 2 7s and an 8 and a straight tier 9 game. But that's not the point. This is a straight tier 9 game. How hard is it for them to find a couple more tier 9s to fill this in? Just make this full tier 9. You know, there you go. 15 versus 15 tier 9s. But no, we got to pull in the Oni. Oh, that poor Oni, man. That poor Oni. Oh, that's just painful. What do we got here? Okay, this one's kind of just comical. I didn't know these still existed. There are no tier 9s in this game other than him. Hello. And not only do they get the only top tier tank, this team gets the only bottom tier tank. Granted, they're both artillery. I think that's kind of funny. That's a little bit funny. And because they have 2 artillery, that means they have 13 tanks, 13 tier 8 tanks versus 14 tier 8 tanks. Whew, I wonder which one won with the best artillery in the game and more tanks. I wonder. What have we got here? Oh no! Not an OHO and an AMX M4 49. The Vengeance. Even the Vengeance. Oh, I thought that was Vanguard at first. But no, that's a Vengeance. Oh, that's garbage. The OHO, the only thing that makes this thing good is its armor. It has no speed, it doesn't have a great gun, but it has good armor, if it's top tier. AMX M4, same thing. Its gun isn't that great, but it's got pretty good armor. In fact, its armor is really resistant against the 9s even, but you put them in a game like this, these tanks are useless. Useless. The Vengeance. Ugh. I'm sorry, Vengeance. I'm sorry, Vengeance. And what have we got? This is the last one. Oh my goodness. Saving one of the best for last. Count them on your hands. You actually don't have enough fingers. Grab a friend to help you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 tier 10s on one team. In case you didn't realize, this game is 15 versus 15. 15 tier 10s on one team. And then on the other team, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 tier 10s. And 2 tier 8s. Primo, Victoria, and Atomic. Oh, man. Well, well, well. That's just beautiful. That's amazing. That's beautiful. Holy mackerel. So realistically, there's 3 types of bad matchmaking in this game. In my opinion, there's 3 types of really bad matchmaking in this game. There is the one where there's a +2 game, and there's only 1 or 2, a small handful of -2, and the rest are straight +2. Those ones are pretty bad. The next one is where there's only a couple higher tier tanks, a couple top tier tanks in a +2 game, and they're not very good at the game. Therefore, your team gets really, really destroyed. In my opinion, the more top tiers, the better. And then the last one is this one. As you can see, they have 2 top tier platoons, and we have 0 top tier platoons. In fact, our platoon is tier 9, and we're just grinding our tanks. They have a machine, another machine, a T-57 heavy, an FV-4202, a Tusk, and that's just one platoon. And then the other platoon has an Object 430 and an Object 261. And our tier 10 platoons consist of no one. And they also have 2 extra 10s on us, and we have 1 singular heavy. It's the mouse. So this platoon, this game kind of hits 2 categories. One is the bad matchmaking with platoons, which is this. The second one, actually there's 3 criteria in this one. The second one is one team having more top tier tanks or more higher tier tanks. And then the third one is your team having the bad tier 10 players. And in this case, it's the mouse, our one and only heavy tank. This is the only replay I'm going to show because this video is kind of getting long. So don't you worry, guys. It's the only one. And you can cringe all you want. And I want you guys to now kind of try to predict which team is going to win. And you might be thinking, Cold Guy might be trying to throw us a curveball here. Maybe his team is going to win. Huh? Yeah, you know what? His team is probably going to win this game. Well, if you think that, then you're, well, I don't know what you are. I don't know. But while we're talking about this now, let's get into how can Wargaming fix matchmaking. And I have 3 solutions. If they integrate all 3 of them, fantastic. If they don't, and they only integrate 1, that's still pretty good. But I still think one of these needs to be integrated. The first one is the most obvious: integrate +1, -1 matchmaking. That way your top tiers do not have as big an impact as they would in +2, -2. And same with your bottom tiers. Your bottom tiers won't have as bad an impact as being -2, because Tiger 2s in a tier 10 game don't have as much an impact as E75s in a tier 10 game. You know what I'm saying? And then same thing, if you have a dumb E100 on your team, but you're playing in a Centurion 7-1, you're more likely to be able to carry your team in your Centurion 7-1 than you would be if you were in a Centurion 1. So, once again, I would say the best thing to do is to integrate +1, -1. The other 2 things they can do is make sure the tier spreads are the same. So in other words, if there's 5 tier 10s on one team, make sure there's 5 tier 10s on the other team. That's another thing that I think could fix the game. And then the third thing, which I think would be a really, really good thing to integrate, is making sure that if there's a top tier platoon on one team, there's a top tier platoon on the other team, which, as you can see, did not happen here. They have 2 top tier platoons, and we have 0 top tier platoons. So yeah, that is quite an issue if you ask me, and that is exactly why we're going to be losing this game rather rapidly. And we're just trying to get shots off at this point because this game is... I should have shot the standard B. He goes down anyway. No, he doesn't go down. We're down 4-0 right now. 4-0 is the score. And here comes an Object 430. He's going to be coming after us. Like, he has no fear, you know? We put a shell into him, but he puts one into us. He is going to out-reload us, but we should get our final shot if we can even get our gun down. But I can't get my gun down, so I'm going to pull back to try to hopefully get my gun on target. But unfortunately, we only hit his tracks. In fact, we still couldn't get our gun down on his hull, and we get finished off by the machine, and it's 6-0. And we're just going to watch the total collapse of our team because it's pretty hilarious. It happens fast, guys. 6-0 now. And the game is just getting started. There's our E50. He gets tracked and ammo racked out in the open while he's trying to escape, but he has nowhere to escape to. He goes down. The last of our platoon is dead. And we went straight in to fight their platoon, and we just got destroyed doing it. What could we have done differently to win this game? Absolutely nothing. If we had gone the other flank, which is where the mouse went. The mouse went the other way, guys. Our only heavy tank, our only top tier heavy tank went the other flank in this game. If we had gone the same way with him, we still would have died because they would have had the high ground. The thing about this map specifically is if you go town, unless it's team destruction, you can't really win because you have to advance through an open field, which this mouse is finding out the hard way. Do you see all those tanks right there? They have side shots. They're hulled down. They can pull back and hide. They have high ground advantage, which is pretty unfortunate. But watch this guy. Watch this. Ready? He's going to stop right in front of the mouse. And instead of going around him... he's going to shoot him straight in the front for only 185 damage. That's the caliber of player on the enemy team we were going up against. But they still won. Because they had such an advantage in regards to the vehicles they had. It didn't come down to skill this game. It came down to who had the better tanks. And it was, unfortunately, the enemy team who had the better tanks. And now the Chisel contract is coming out, guys. And you are going to be seeing, I guarantee you're going to have games with 5 Conquerors on one team, 5 on the other, 5 Super Conquerors on the same team, and then 5 Super Conquerors on the other. You're probably going to be in games with 10 types of Conquerors per team. So 20 Conquerors in a single game. I guarantee that's going to be happening with the Chisel. And it's going to be very, very painful grind with the Chisel. Alright, Tier 10 is going to be tough. And I recommend to you, and I'm going to be doing it too, if you're going to play Tier 10, go ahead and play some big old tank destroyers, you know, or some artillery, and focus some Conquerors with me. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be playing some artillery. I know that sounds evil, but I'm going to be doing it. Why am I going to be playing artillery? Well, to focus out all the people grinding for the Chisel. It's going to be fun. I'm going to be loading AP in the T92, and I'm going to be shooting Super Conquerors and Conquerors all day, boys. All day, and that might seem evil. Well, it is, but I don't care. That's what I'm going to do to combat this matchmaking, okay? The matchmaking is going to be so painful when the Chisel contract comes out. But as you can see, look at our team. Look at their team. We just got destroyed. And that is the state of World Tanks right now. And update 4.11 hasn't even come out yet, where more people are going to be playing Tier 10. And then there's going to be December, should I say January 2020. The game is going to be even worse because of the amount of Object 279Es. 279E does not stand for early. The 279E stands for everyone. Everyone is going to have a 279E, and the matchmaking is going to be even worse. And yet again, I'll probably pull out my artillery again. But anyway, that's the video, guys. Hope you guys all enjoyed. Found a little bit of a comical relief in this one. Maybe, I don't know. Just the fact of how dumb matchmaking can be. If you did, slap that like button. Comment, subscribe. If you haven't, come on, guys, subscribe. 45% of my viewers are subscribers. 55 are not. Subscribe. And I'll see you guys all later. Take care, everyone.